Welcome to today's practice. All right, so as you can see, we're going to be in our chairs. So find your favorite yoga chair, something without arms that you can move freely in. And then once you get yourself set up, find a spot where you feel supported in your hips and your feet can be flat on the floor. And let's just begin with a little breath. So bring one hand to your belly, the other hand to your chest. You can close your eyes here. And just bring your attention into your body, letting your mind kind of be present in your body, noticing how your body feels here. Find an easy breath, something that feels easy in and out. As we go through the practice, I'll give you some instructions about your breathing. As always, you breathe however you need to. Don't get lost in the breathing. All right, and then bring your hands down to your legs. We're going to start with the hands out by your knees. And just to kind of really start to wake up the spine a little bit, connecting to that breath. On your next inhalation, you're going to drag your hands along the outsides of your legs, bringing your hands up towards your hips. And then when you exhale, drag your hands down the insides of your legs towards your knees. So inhale, hands come all the way up towards your hips, squeeze your shoulder blades together, kind of arching your back. And then when you exhale, pull your belly button in, rounding your spine. Do this a couple more times. We get a little massage through the legs, a little awareness through the shoulders, the spine. Just connecting to that easy breath. I'm going to do one more. And then let your arms relax. Maybe roll your shoulders a little bit. Find that easy breath again, okay? And then we're really going to focus on the arms. So arms are down by your sides. Point your thumbs towards your legs. On your inhale, you're just going to rotate those thumbs forward, out to the sides and back. Gently squeeze your shoulder blades together as you go. When you exhale, return to the starting spot. You can get your spine into the action as well. So as you rotate your thumbs back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lifting through your chest. On that exhale, thumbs towards your legs, really pull your belly button in. Again, like that, just finding that movement that works for you here, kind of waking stuff up. If you want to get your hands more involved, think about pressing out through your palms. So you're getting that little stretch across your palms, your wrists. Same movement. So when you inhale, you're rotating your thumbs, your fingers toward the wall behind you, squeezing those shoulder blades together. On your exhale, rotate your thumbs toward your legs, relax your shoulders. If it feels good, do this a couple more times. You can make it as big or as small as you like today. But remind yourself, we're still warming stuff up, so you don't have to overdo it. After your next exhale, go ahead and relax your arms. Maybe shake out your hands, wiggle your fingers a little bit, roll those shoulders. All right, we're going to keep the focus on the arms, the shoulders. This time when you inhale, you're just going to sweep your arms out to the sides, reaching up toward the ceiling as high as you can. And then when you exhale, roll or reach out to the sides, bring your arms all the way down alongside your body. So just that big movement, make it as big as it feels good. If you notice that your arms don't want to go this full range of motion, find the range that works for you today. I'm going to do one more. Inhale, reaching out and up. Exhale, arms come down. And then just roll the shoulders a little bit. Maybe feel that circulation all the way from your neck down to your fingertips. All right, hopefully we've got the upper body a little bit awake. Let's see if we can move the attention down to the hips. Let's start by bringing feet close together. So your big toes are touching each other, your heels are together, knees are together to start. And then hands are on the outsides of your legs. So the motion is you're going to open your knees wide away from each other, gently press with your hands. So you're giving yourself a little resistance here. And then bring your hands to the insides of your legs so you can give yourself some resistance as you squeeze your knees together. So inhale, knees go wide, giving yourself that little bit of resistance. Exhale, knees come together, really pull that belly button in. If you can, do this a couple more times. Just feeling that little bit of work. Maybe notice if one hip feels stronger than the other. Try and pace it so that they are as even as possible. Now, the next time your knees are wide away from each other, I'm going to have you stay there. Find a place where your feet, your ankles feel comfortable. I'm going to come up onto the balls of my feet and let my heels come together. So my knees go wide, kind of scooting toward the front edge of my chair. You find the position that works for you, because if your feet are cramping, that's too far. All right, legs are going to stay in this position. We're going to focus on the glutes. All you're going to do is as you inhale, you're going to clench your glutes tight, squeeze those butt cheeks tight. As you exhale, slowly release that contraction. If you like, you can add your hands like I am. So inhale, clenching your glutes, curling your hands into fists. At the same time, when you exhale, you're relaxing the clench, relaxing your hands. Do this a couple more times. See if you can feel that action, that coordination. Requires a little bit of awareness. All right, the next time you're clenching, your hands are into fists, stay here, keep breathing, don't hold your breath. See if you can just relax your right butt cheek, your right hand. Keep that left side squeezing tight. Now the right side might let go all the way, that's okay. And then you're going to clench everything, hands, fists, all of it. See if you can just relax the left side now. Again, it may not let go all the way. It may take a little of a tension, but just find that space. Find that release on the left side. Right side stays strong. And then you're going to clench everything. So I'm going to invite you to do it again. Just relaxing that right side as much as you can. And then clench everything on the right. Just relax the left side as much as you can. And then clench everything. Now we're going to relax everything. All right, go ahead and bring your knees all the way together. Soles of your feet are flat on the floor. And then walk your hands down your legs. Just find a little stretch for your back. You don't have to go far. Maybe round your spine here, tuck your chin, reach your fingertips towards your feet. And then slowly sit all the way up. Take your time though. There's no rush. All right, hopefully the hips feel a little bit awake right now. So we're still going to have a little awareness at the hips, especially the hip flexors, so the fronts of your hips. I want you to go ahead and step so that your right foot is forward, your heel is on the floor. We're going to start small. All you're going to do is point your toes and then flex your foot. Go back and forth a couple of times. Little point, flex. Again, like that, little point and flex. Maybe one more time. Point and flex. All right, now you're going to keep that foot flexed. We're really going to work this right leg. What I want you to do is on your exhale, see if you can lift your heel away from the floor. You should feel this quadricep working a little bit. And then set your heel back down. If this starts to cramp, if any part of your body starts to cramp, just back off. But if you can, again, exhale, lifting your heel. Inhale, lowering your heel. We're going to try two more. Little lift and lower. One more time, lift. Now here's the deal. If you're feeling strong, keep that heel up. If anything's cramping, just set your heel on the floor. And again, we're just going to point the right toes and then flex your foot. See if you can go back and forth just a few times. Pull your belly button in. If you need to go fast, you can go faster. I'm going to do one more. Point and flex, and then bend that right knee. Set your foot onto the floor. You should feel that right hip flexor now. It should be awake. That right quad is probably awake as well. All right. So to stretch all that out, what I want you to do is step your right foot back. You may want to scoot over to the side of your chair so your right hip can rest off the chair, but you want to keep your hips even. So don't let your hip drop toward the floor. Just imagine you're pointing your knee toward the floor here. All right. Now, this is a subtle movement. It can be as small as you need, but what I want you to do is with your right toes on the floor, on your inhale, think about pressing out through that right heel. We're looking for that little bit of space at the right hip flexor, and then just relax. Try and keep your hips even. So on your inhale, you're pressing back through that right heel, and then when you exhale, you're just relaxing. If you can't find it, if things start to cramp, just back off. Listen to your body here. I'm going to invite you to do one more. Now, if you can, if you feel okay here, keep pressing back through that right heel. So you keep feeling that stretch on the front of your right leg. Legs are going to stay in this position. Maybe hold the seat of your chair with your left hand, and we can move this right arm. So on your inhale, reach your right arm out in front of you and up toward the ceiling, just as high as it feels good. And then when you exhale, bring that right arm back down. Again, inhale, reaching up. So maybe you feel that stretch all the way across the front of your body. Exhale, bring your arm down. If it feels okay, two more. Maybe remind yourself about pushing back through that right heel. Keep your right leg active. If you can, one more. And then once you bring that right arm down, you're going to reach back, grab your right leg, pull it forward. All right. Find a spot with both feet onto the floor, and then walk your hands down your legs. Try and find an even stretch for your back. It doesn't matter how far forward you fold, but we're just trying to find that even stretch, especially across your low back. Now slowly sit all the way up. Now, when you come up, give yourself a minute. If the room is spinning, give yourself an extra minute. We're going to do all of that craziness on the other side. So remember, we're starting small. So just step your left foot forward that little bit. So your heel is on the floor in front of you. Small movement. All you're going to do is point your toes and then flex your left foot. Just go back and forth a few times, pointing and flexing. Again, like that, point and flex. Maybe one more time. Point and flex. All right, now feel your hips nice and stable. See if you can lift that left heel away from the floor on your exhale. When you inhale, lower your heel to the floor. So exhale, little lift. Inhale, lowering down. If it feels okay, do this a couple more times. Now here's where it gets strong. If you can, keep that left leg up, pulling your belly button in. If it's too much, that left heel can come to the floor. All we're going to do is point the toes and then flex your foot. Go back and forth a couple of times, little points and flex. Again, like that, point and flex. Maybe one more time. Point and flex, and then bend your left knee. Set your foot onto the floor. Feel the effect. Feel that work through your quad, your hip flexor. Good news, we're going to stretch it all out. So maybe scoot over to the left side of your chair a little bit. Your right side should feel stable. Right foot's flat on the floor. You're going to step your left foot back. It doesn't matter how far it goes. Remember, we're starting small. You want to be on the ball of your back foot if you can. And then all you're going to do is on your inhale, you're going to press back through that left heel. Maybe clench your left butt cheek when you do it, so you really get that space across the front of your hip. And then exhale, relax. Adjust as necessary. So when you inhale, you're pressing back through that left heel. Exhale, bending. Pull your belly button in. Stay tall. Maybe one more. Pressing back through that left heel. If it feels okay, keep pressing back through that left heel so your leg stays active. We're still looking for that space across the front of your hip. This spot gets really tight if we sit, and so many of us sit a lot. All right, now we're going to move the left arm. So when you inhale, you're just reaching your left arm out in front of you and up toward the ceiling. And then when you exhale, bring that arm forward and down. If you can, do this a couple more times. Inhale, reaching forward and up. Exhale, bringing that arm forward and down. Maybe two more. Okay, last one. Keep pushing out through that left foot. All right, now once your arm comes down, reach back, grab your left leg, bring it forward, and find a spot where both feet can be flat on the floor. You're going to walk your hands down your legs, just folding as far forward as it feels good. We're looking for that space across your low back, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your neck. And then slowly sit all the way up. Take your time. As you come up to seated, maybe roll your shoulders a little bit. Feel all the blood drain from your head back down to your hips. All right. So we did some big work. Give yourself a minute to adjust. I want to do one more stretch for the hips. So we're going to start small. You can cross your right ankle in front of your left ankle. If your knees, your hips feel pretty good here, you can stay here. If you want to make it a little bit bigger, you bring that right ankle to your left knee. Now, the important thing in this movement is your spine stays tall, so don't round your back. On your exhale, you're just bringing your chest forward, kind of leaning forward a little bit. You should feel it in your hip. And then when you inhale, sit up tall. I'm going to give you the side view. So exhale, just leaning forward that little bit. Inhale, sit up tall. Try and keep your neck long so you're not leading with your chin. The back of your neck stays long as you lean forward. You don't have to go far to feel it. Again, exhale, folding forward. And then inhale, sit up tall. Now, as you're up tall, see if you can bring your left hand to the outside of that right knee. Think about bringing your right knee towards your left shoulder. So kind of pulling it in towards your body. We're looking for a little space, a little stretch on the outside of that right leg. Again, notice your hips, notice your knees. If any part of your body starts to yell at you, you've gone too far. If you can, bring that right hand to the seat or to the chair behind you someplace, and just rotate your shoulders to the right, your chin to the right. Find the space, find the twist that works for you. Take a breath or two here. All right, and then you get to unwind however you can. Come back to the center. Now, before we do the other side, just walk your hands down towards your knees, round your spine, pull that belly button in. We're looking for an even stretch along the back. And then you get to sit up tall, and we'll do the other leg. So again, start small. Maybe just cross your left ankle in front of your right ankle. And then decide, because this side might be different. So listen, paying attention at each step. The big thing is to keep your spine tall. When you exhale, you're just bringing your chest forward. Remember, don't lead with your chin, lead with your chest. On your inhale, sit up tall. So exhale, folding forward. You're not using your arms, you're using your abs. Inhale, sit up tall. If you can, do this a couple more times. Just find that space around your left hip. And then sit up tall. See if you can bring your right hand to the outside of that left knee. Now you're going to bring your knee towards your opposite shoulder, just hugging it in. You should feel a little pressure across your belly, especially if you had a big lunch. All right. Now bring your left hand behind you. You can hold the chair wherever you can reach comfortably. Think about rotating your shoulders to the left. You're even pulling that left shoulder blade towards your spine, turning your chin to the left. Find a place where you can breathe. Hang out for a breath or two here. We're looking for space, not compression. All right, and then you're going to untwist. Come back to the center. All right, I'm going to invite you to do one more forward fold here. You make it as big or as small as you need today. And then slowly, slowly sit all the way up. As you come up into that seated position, maybe roll your shoulders again. If you're feeling dizzy, give yourself another minute. You can always come back to that breath. One hand on your belly, the other hand on your chest. And just close your eyes. Take a moment to notice the effect of the work that we did today. Maybe take a moment to just congratulate yourself on taking this time, on taking care of yourself, on paying attention. Good job. Thank you so much for playing. Namaste.